And I do now want to bring in the president of the Job Creators Network, Elaine Parker, to talk more about the strength of the U.S. labor market. Hi, Elaine. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, Greta. Thanks for having me.
When we look at the strong labor market under the Trump administration, one demographic that's seemed to be benefiting the most is women. Women have now taken over men as the majority in the workforce. What are the specific policies implemented by the president and his daughter Ivanka that have promoted this type of growth for women in the U.S.?
I think you could make the argument that women are disproportionately benefiting from this great economy and the pro-growth job policies of this administration. The female unemployment rate right now, as it stands, is 3.4%. The national unemployment rate is 3.6%. That's the lowest rate for women in 70 years. So it's pretty amazing. And, you know, that 42% of women actually account for small business owners now, and that number continues to increase as well.
Minorities also have seen record low unemployment rates under the Trump administration. What's contributing to that trend specifically for minorities?
You know, unemployment across the board in every demographic is extremely low, and it's really a demand for labor in general. There's probably about a million and a half jobs more than people available to fill them, and that's causing an increase in demand for people of all skill levels. And it's also pushing wages up. We're seeing wages go up at a faster rate than we've seen in a decade. And in fact, the lowest 10% is seeing their wages rise at double that rate. And so because of that, it's great for workers, but at the Job Creators Network, our small business owners who are our members, we call them Main Street small business owners, that's their biggest complaint is that they can't find people to fill the jobs.
Today's jobless claims data did show initial filings rising by 8,000 last week. 219,000, though, is still near a record low. What type of growth is the Job Creators Network specifically expecting to see in the February jobs report next week?
Well, we're hopeful to see jobs created, more jobs created. We had a great month last month, and it blew away expectations. And we've continued to see job growth under this administration because of the low taxes, specifically for small business owners who have really benefited as a result of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, not only from the actual tax deduction of 20%, but also the immediate expensing provision under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act has allowed small business owners to invest in their businesses and buy new equipment and create more jobs by immediately expensing those costs in the first year of those investments. They're able to continue reinvesting and creating more jobs, and that's been just a real game changer for our members.
All right, Elaine Parker, the president of the Job Creators Network, joining us today to talk about the strength of the U.S. labor market under the Trump administration. Thanks so much for coming on the show today, Elaine.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.